So now we're looking at the sixth vulnerability, when your opponent stands up from inside your closed guard. So there's two things Carl will be doing. When he actually stands up, all the way up, I want him either bent over with his head below his hips, or he's going to get vertical posture. So we're going to look at it, we have him bent over first of all. But if you think about it, let's take it back a step, you're on the bottom. You know we haven't addressed closed guard top position. We've mainly been doing what Carl should be doing from the bottom position, but to give you some ideas of what you should be doing is, the best way to open closed guard, especially if you're up against somebody big and strong, is to stand up. But we want to be able to do that safely. So I would be grabbing two lapels with my right hand, that's my primary arm. Again, I'd be controlling the sleeve, because when I lean to the side and put my foot up, if I don't control this, Carl can underhook it, and then he has a variety of different pendulum sweeps, flower sweeps and stuff. The other thing is, for me to physically get my foot up, I don't want to lean forward. It's very hard to get your foot up when you've got posture with your head in line with your hips. So if I lean forward to put my first foot up, Carl's leg, breaking my posture with his leg pull, so he'll just be pulling in with his legs. This is why I want to lean to the side. Okay, so now I can physically, I don't want my head passing this hip line. So to get my left leg up, I'd lean to my right, and I physically put that foot up. Now I'll lean to my left. Again, if you want to be a wee bit more specific, I'll also widen this foot out. My base is stronger, and now from there I'll be standing up to vertical posture, and then I'll be opening the guard. The best time to off-balance them is when they take the second step, and we're going to hit them with an overhead sweep. Okay? So the minute Carl makes his grips, okay, all I want is even if he has grips on me, I'm going to make top position grips on him. So I can do this either before he stands up, but if I want to be a little bit more savvy, I'll wait. Carl puts his first foot up, stay there, bro. Now, I want to be able to slow down his ability to stand up. So when I'm here, I can curl my feet down over Carl. I know he wants to get his left foot up. So what I'm going to do is I'll curl my feet down over that left hip. Now when Carl goes to stand up, you gotta really struggle there, take it back a step. And those precious seconds gives me time to get into the overhead sweep. Because normally what happens if you don't make that little pressure, Carl's just going to get to his feet straight away. Vertical posture, tucks his elbow in and starts to open my guard. And the opportunity for the sweep is gone, if that makes sense. Okay? Just don't do exactly what Carl did there, because that's not how you do it. So he's got his grips. From there, he just missed out 50 things. So from here, as Carl goes to stand up, free stay there. Now I'm making grips. Okay? Now, as Carl goes to stand up, I pull my heels down, and when he actually stands up, I'm opening my guard. Okay? I'm going to bring my knees towards my chest, and I put them underneath his armpit. Okay? And I'm pinching with my knees. My goal is to get his head over my head. So I start pulling his arms out. Now you can either pull them straight over your head like scary hands, or you can pull them straight out to the side. And as I bring Carl forward, his hands are going to go on the mat, and as they do, I just stuff them and I roll over my shoulder into mount position. Now make sure that when you're rolling over that you don't do a backward roll, because he's going to headbutt you. And it's sore in your neck. So when I take him over, I can physically pick a shoulder. Right, so it's actually a shoulder that I'm rolling over. So let's look at that again. Carl makes his grips. In the process, when he puts one foot up, I'll make my grips. He's already switched sides just to confuse me. So from there, I go heavy. See the way my heels are curling down towards that hip? Now when he goes to stand up, it's a little bit of a struggle, and now I just uncross my legs. Now, let's look where my legs should be. When I start to pull forward, I want my knees in front of his armpits, and I'm clamping with open legs. Now I'm bringing his head forward to the point where he's just about to put his hands on the mat, and then I just push them forward. I'm out of the mat. Okay? So again, again. Darren makes his grips. I need top hand position on this. When he goes to make the second grip, I'm curling down. That just gives me a split second. See the way Carl's head's already over my head? And I want top position with my hands. So I'm just lifting my hips and filling that space. I'm pinching with my knees. I start to bring my hands forward, and my goal is to bring his head over my head, to the point where he's just about to put his hands on the mat, and then I just stuff them behind him, and all I do is I roll over my shoulder under the mat. Okay? Don't kill each other.